So I am now speaking with somewhat new Long Island Congressman Tom Suozzi. He won the special election a few weeks ago, returning now to his seat, vacated, of course, by the disgraced George Santos. And Mr. Suozzi is joining me now. So good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Dan. Thanks for having me on.
So Congressman, first off, we saw you yesterday, shoulder to shoulder, with a few days ago with President Biden as he walked into the House chamber ahead of the State of the Union. I saw you take that selfie. Can you share what exactly you said to that president in that very moment when he walked by you?
I can't remember what I actually said. Oh, I may have said, Mr. President, I'm Tom Suozzi. He says, I know who you are. So I was very happy with his speech.
Yeah.
It was curious that he started his speech by saying, I came to Congress to tell everyone to wake up, which is what I had said in my speech when I got inaugurated the other day. I said, I came to Congress to deliver a simple message to the people in Long Island, Queens. Wake up. People are sick of this. They want us to work together. And then he did a lot of talking about the border and the bipartisan compromise, and he said, let's fix this. And let's fix this was my campaign theme. So I was very happy with the speech overall.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's what I was just going to ask you, right? Similar sentiments to what exactly you said along the campaign trail, what you said to me during the candidate forum here on Pix 11, and then during your speech to Congress. Wake up, let's fix this, pass the bill. So let's talk about some of that messaging right now, and specifically zero in on the border crisis and what you thought he had to say about that very issue at the State of the Union.
I mean, the bottom line is the president has started to lean into this issue over the past month or two and speaking about it very forcefully. I'm very happy that he's doing that. And he's saying he's willing to compromise. He went down to the border last week. President Trump was there the same day. And Trump did the same thing, said it's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem. And Biden said, well, we have a bipartisan solution. I'm willing to compromise. Let's do it. Let me hear your ideas. And all Trump said was, it's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem. I mean, there's a great bipartisan compromise that was negotiated in the United States Senate by a very conservative, smart, ethical Republican that said, along with Democrats, that said, let's get more border agents, let's get more immigration judges, let's build more wall, let's do more detention beds, let's speed the process up, let's give money to New York State and New York City and other places that are suffering with this, and let's reduce the asylum process from years, as many as 10 years in some cases, to weeks. And what will happen is 90% of those people that apply for asylum will be denied, and they will be deported immediately. And so that will just enhance the process, and less people will try and abuse the system once they realize that it's not going to succeed. They're going to get kicked out after a couple weeks.
Right, Congressman, and Speaker Mike Johnson says that deal is just not going to happen. It is dead on arrival, right? You've been there just for a couple of days now in Congress. You know there is a dysfunction in getting bipartisan work done, but you seem hopeful. You seemed hopeful in your speech to get to work with some of the Republicans. Are you confident you can get some things passed?
That's politics. The people want us to address this problem. And if the Democrats are saying, and some Republicans are saying, hey, we have a compromise, let's do this. And others are saying, oh, we just want to run on the problem. We don't want to give Biden a victory. We don't want to solve the problem. We just want to tell everybody there's chaos. The American people will not go for that. And they will see through that. And that'll put more pressure on people not trying to make a compromise. And they'll pay a political price for it. That's what you have to do with politics. You have to, I'm a representative now, a congressional representative. I got to represent what my people want. The people I represent want us to solve problems and fix this, and not just talk about what a problem is. They want us to actually do something.
Yeah, between now and November, because I know you said you're going to run for that full term come November, right? And it's just a few short months away before you start campaigning all over again. Do you think you can get something done with SALT? It is a big issue for New Yorkers. You mentioned it during your campaign this go around. What is the talk within Congress about movement on that issue?
I won't get it done this year. But 2025, the cap expires that was put in place in 2017 by President Trump and the Republicans. That is such a body blow for New York. I am already starting to build the coalition, though, rebuild the coalition I had before. Democrats and Republicans in the House. We need to get more in the Senate, quite frankly. And we need to get governors and mayors and teachers and firefighters and homeowners and real estate groups. We need to all work together so that they don't try and put this cap in again. So that's what you need to do. You need to put the hard work in to build these relationships so you win the argument when the time comes and the issues join. Yeah. And I'm already working on that.
What do you think come November? I know because you are running, but Mazi Pilip has kind of virtually gone unnoticed since you won. Do you think you'll be facing her again in November, or are you hearing another name?
I have no idea, really. I mean, whatever it is, I'm gonna run hard. They say there's two ways to run: either scared or unopposed. So I'm going to run scared, and I'm going to run hard. But I think the best way for me to run is actually do my job and represent the people in Congress by doing what they want, which is us to work together to try and solve problems, rebuild the district office so that people can get their constituent complaints addressed, and work on the issues that people care about. And I've been appointed to the Homeland Security Committee, which, I want to get back on Ways and Means, which they've said I can get next year. But right now, there's a spot on Homeland Security. They want me to make the border issue a big part of what I work on. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. And then lastly, because I know you have to go and we're up against the clock, George Santos was on the House floor during the State of the Union, right? And he now says he's once again going to run for Congress in New York 1. What are your thoughts here?
I don't even want to give him the credit of talking about it. It's a disgrace. It's bad for the institution. It's bad for America. It's just wrong.
Understood. We are out of time. But Congressman Suozzi, I appreciate you making the time on your very busy schedule. We'll talk to you between now and November, of course, many times. Great to see you.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay.